Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Alvin here. Today I would like to discuss with you guys. Like, you can also comment in the comment section below, and then we can have a discussion about where you want to invest in this today's market. Today's market is a little odd, a little baffling, for someone like for me who is on the journey to financial, freedom, or so-called financial the mindset of getting to a certain stage in my life to be financially free, so-called. And for those that already attain it, they are so-called retired in their 40s, good for them. For those that are trying to reach that marker, in this very weird scenario, this investment landscape right now, everything is at all-time high. Don't you realize it? It's something that I am trying to get a grasp into what's going to be like, if you were to invest. And then, but again, everything is so high. So the prices are so through the roof, records, so to speak. And then let's talk about maybe the different aspects of investment. Let's talk about the biggest one. Maybe, I may not be investing in properties, but for you guys who have the money or the mindset to go do it, like people in Singapore, I've seen the condos that are, the per square foot is astronomical. I was looking into the lady that this Norwood, condo in Woodlands. In Woodlands, it's the per square foot is close to 2,000 square feet. $2,000 per square feet is mind-boggling. That is so expensive. But yes, it's not really a lot of units, but for a place that's in Woodlands and the per square feet is so expensive and people are snatching it up, that's, to me, is an all-time high record, the pricing. So that's already something that's mind-boggling. Then you have, if your next big investment purchase, I will put it is the stock market. Stock market right now, especially in the US terms, is at an all-time high. Especially the US technology side of things, everything is at an all-time high. The prices are really crazy. They are now, the Magnificent Seven has already reported earnings, and yes, there are some volatile, movements in their prices, but generally speaking, across the board, everybody is doing well. The Magnificent Seven, you got the Microsoft, Google, Tesla, Nvidia, Apple. What's the other two? I can't remember offhand. Facebook, and those have reported earnings, and it's not stopping them, and the prices are still going higher. The S&P 500 is at an all-time high right now, and to me, for someone who's trying to figure out this investment journey, I am also looking at other people's, YouTube videos, other people's comments, their mindset in how to invest in it. And at this moment, even if for me, who also is into collectibles, certain industries, certain collectible markets are also at an all-time high, which is quite amazing, especially in the the collectible game market. The Pokemon, TCG, your Magic the Gathering, all these are very expensive right now. People are putting money, throwing money to buy out everything, and it's pretty much crazy right now if you are actually trying to figure out where to put your money at the end of the day. So for me, I'm just putting out to everyone right now that this market, it's very overbought. It's every marker says that it's overbought. But when to even buy into it, I would believe that right now, because interest rate, even though it's still it's supposed to come down with the US Federal Reserve trying to cut interest rates, I think it will be quite volatile, the markets everywhere, anywhere, because at this moment in time, even though they are trying to cut the interest rate is still high relative to what it was back in, before COVID. So in my mindset, is cash still is king. Putting in like your T-bills or even your Singapore savings bond or even into your savings rate at any banks that are giving you a high interest rate is still okay. Some people think that is not. For me, who is trying to figure out, my investment journey, starting, my investment journey, and if you from someone who is not really, financially savvy, buying into a market that's all-time high is pretty scary. I would think so. Even to buy into dividend stocks, be it your banks or REITs in Singapore, because I'm 40, I'm also thinking of, the so-called passive income. And to have these stocks that are giving you dividends, which is passive in nature, I've not bought into them. What I'm doing, right now, I can very sincerely tell you that I'm dollar cost averaging into SG REITs. Some of them. I won't name any because I'm still buying into them. But generally speaking, for me, from a risk to reward ratio, SG REITs give you the more upside rather than downside, even though they've reported earnings and it's not so good. Banks, generally speaking, in Singapore terms, Singapore banks are still relatively doing very well. Not to say that you shouldn't buy them, but for me, it doesn't really make sense to buy at such a high price level because they've already run up so much. They are basically quite overbought, and they are the only industry in marker that hasn't really felt the fall in price, so to speak. So, and believe me, it will when the interest rate gets cut further. It will be quite volatile. This bank, the price, the shares. So, and layoffs is a thing because they are not experienced layoffs yet. They have to cut costs somewhere as they feel the depressed in profits, because as with any change in interest rate, they will feel some profit margin changes. From my own personal view, I'm not a financial expert. This is not financial advice. Again, I'm going to emphasize this. If you're following me for financial advice, you must be a bit cuckoo in your head because you're not supposed to follow anybody on social media about financial advice. But here we are, because I'm actually just taking this with a bit of thought process that I don't really understand where to put my money, because right now I still think cash is king. So where I'm putting my money is basically in the savings rate. I've got most of it in Singapore savings bond at the moment, and I've got most of it in like chocolate finance. I still put some there. I'm dollar cost averaging into the S&P 500 through FS1, the mobile app, which is run by iFast. Again, these are not financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm also, as with the collectible aspect, I'm also buying into the hype of Pokemon, because in Singapore relative terms, as I work in Lavender, which has quite a bit of collectible card shops, it's quite mind-boggling to see the footfall of young ones actually going into the game shops, the collectible card game shops, in and out within the span of that 1 hour or even a half an hour. Is so mind-boggling that so many of them are going in and out. And if there's so much footfall traffic into these shops, it translates into sales. I believe so. So, and then of course, in that aspect, buying into it, as long as there's some form of price listing. You know, you can jolly well go to eBay or even the TCG market. It's all for all to see. Prices have gone through the roof and there's a lot of demand for this product. So I'm still buying into it. Then there's the other aspect, there's the depressed market, which is toys. I'm still, looking forward to the deals to buy. That's why I'm parking some of my money in cash, because I believe that consumerism is still a thing, especially in the US side. eBay is a bit lackluster right now. I'm not sure why. Across the board, everybody's, as a seller, is complaining about selling on eBay. I believe it's also because of the whole economics of markets forces is people are feeling the pinch, so to speak. So that's one thing. But I believe consumerism will still come back into play. People will still buy things, especially in the US market. So in Singapore terms, everything is looking towards the newer stuff. Now, even Labubu, I don't know, is it called Zimomo, Labubu, which I don't buy into. This is a very small snippet. I will talk more about this collectible market down the road. But generally speaking, I'm not buying into the hype. I don't understand this hype. This has no media backing it. It's just one piece of soft toy that's made into so many different variation that the social media is going gaga over it. And it's so expensive. It's like one figure is $50, $60, $70. That's really expensive considering the fact that some toys I buy, like even for this little grumpy Care Bear, it's only like $20 or even less than that I bought. So there lies the thing. Buying to the hype, you can earn money. Being a contrarian and buying into things that nobody's buying into, you have to play the waiting game. So that's what I feel as I'm in my journey to being financially free, being financially stable. That's my thought process. Comment down below if you have any ideas, in this market that's everything is at all-time high. I would love your feedback. This is just a short rant from me because I am listening. I would love to get all your feedback into how do you even do this when everything is, prices are through the roof. It's just very odd. So if you're holding cash, you are buying into certain things. It can be even toys. It can be even, any collectibles, because investment does not mean it has to be property or stocks. It can be anything and everything. Everything can be an investment as long as you think that it can make you money down the road. This will be me for this end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.